I do want to say it's really all about love. There are many ways to lead in this world, with ambition, with strength, with credentials, with charisma, with competition. But today, as we honor this threshold moment in the lives of those who've graduated, this crossing over to what's next, I want to lift up the most powerful kind of leadership there is, and that's to lead with love. Graduation is often framed as the launch into a career, or the next degree, or the first job, or a new city, or a brave return home. But deeper than any diploma, any title, or plan, graduation is a calling. It's a call to ask, who am I becoming? What will guide me? How will I lead my life? And how will I lead others? Now, I've seen many kinds of leadership over the years, but the ones that endure are the ones that transform lives because they're rooted in love. Not sentimental love or some kind of softness, but real love. The kind that shows up, the kind that risks, the kind that holds others through change and through chaos. So someone who I've seen lead with love over the last 25 years in our adult music program is Rick Fortner. He's been here 26 years leading the choir. I've just seen him only for 25 because that's as long as I've been here. And when I can still remember like it was yesterday, when I first arrived, there was a memorial service, my first here at the church. And it was a big one. The sanctuary would be full of prominent people from the church and from the city. And the family insisted that the final song for this very sacred and heartfelt service should be California Girls, preferably the Van Halen version. Now, I admit I was stumped. But our music director, Rick Fortner, I consulted him, and he sat down at the piano, and he smiled with that smile that he has that is so contagious. And he said, well, I said, what are we going to do? He said, well, I could play it like this, and he gave it this rock feel. And then he said, or I could give it this little bluesy vibe. And he played it again. Or I could make it jazzy or gospel-y or something more meditative. And he played it 7 different ways right in front of me with no sheet music, just mastery. And when I asked, well, what do you think how should we do it? Then he paused and said, why don't I just see how it feels in the sanctuary at that moment in the service, and I'll play it in the way that feels right. Man, and I knew at that moment I was going to love working with Rick Fortner. What a genius. And he did it, and it was magical, it was healing, it was perfect. What I saw in that moment was not just musical skill. I saw a person who knew how to lead with love. Not just by being prepared, though he always is. Not just by being talented, though he surely is one of the most talented musical people I know. I saw a person who knew how to lead with love, to feel the love around him and to give it back. And he knows that we love him, and he knows, and he loves us. We felt that from him over the years. It takes, when we talk about leading with love, what do we mean? We mean being present. We mean trusting the connection, trusting the moment, trusting ourselves, and listening for what's needed, and then giving of ourselves freely and openly. Graduates, whatever you're stepping into next in your life, whether it's school or work or uncertainty, you will be given many chances to lead. You may lead a team or a classroom or a household or a movement or a story. And when that moment comes, I hope that you'll remember what it means to lead with love. Love is presence. Love is showing up again and again, week in and week out, year in and year out. Not just for the applause or the attention, but because someone else needs you there, because the community needs you there. Love is service. It's using our gifts to lift others up, even when they don't even know that it's possible yet to be touched by the love and the leadership that we have. Love is courage. It's staying open-hearted, even in a world that can feel very cold and very scary. And it's holding tenderness, even in a world that demands toughness. How can you stay soft and open in the midst of everything going on around you? And ultimately, love is connection. The kind that builds bridges across differences like Rick has done, across religious differences and racial and generational differences and all kinds of differences. The kind that creates space where people can cry and laugh and ask why. Some of you will lead with a scalpel or a sketch pad. Some will lead with spreadsheets or social work or spoken words, some with kindness, some with courage. What matters most is not your title, but the heart behind what you do. You will face a world full of challenges. Some will be breathtakingly beautiful, and others will be deeply unjust. And you will be tempted over and over to lead with fear, with defensiveness, with scarcity. But remember this, love is the most powerful force that we can offer. It's stronger than fear. It's more enduring than failure. It's more healing than success. It overcomes even death itself. So as you graduate, as you celebrate the achievement, and we celebrate it with you, and as you carry forward your dreams and our dreams and your doubts and our doubts and new beginnings, I invite you to take this one practice with you, to put one foot in front of the other and to lead with love. And one person who has done that for us for so many years, Rick Fortner, we have a short video tribute to show you. So if I can direct your attention to the screen. We created this originally for his 25th anniversary, and but we updated it a little bit for today. And this is just a little taste of what Rick Fortner has meant to us.
Rick is excited about doing music.
Every Sunday morning, I know people will come here and the music will be phenomenal.
Rick is known nationwide by Unitarian Universalists across the country.
I was raised in church. It was a true Southern Baptist experience, and I learned some wonderful things musically from it. My paternal grandfather gave me an accordion, and then my father investing in a used piano and finding a good teacher changed everything. As a young teen, I was very, very introverted. The music allowed me to be expressive. Around 20 years old, I left the Baptist church. I needed to venture out. This church has helped me come out of my shell.
He shows a great deal of respect and will assist those that need extra help. He just is wonderful in dealing with us.
That man is one of the nicest people, such a very kind heart.
We're not just boxed into any one style here. We can do Mozart, we can do Macy Gray, Marvin Gaye, and then contemporary music too. The sacred tradition and the secular can live together. John Lennon's Imagine can sit right next to a beautiful hymn. Limitless possibilities, infinite variety.
I think he is one of the most brilliant musical minds, just period.
He pays attention to every single detail of a piece of music.
He is a wonder and a genius at what he does, and he puts so much love into it.
When I've delivered a homily and you would pick the perfect soundtrack, and if you couldn't find the soundtrack, you would create it right there on the spot.
Rick, you know that I love you and I appreciate and admire you for the person that you are, for the man that you are, for all of your years of service to this church.
We'll just pick up on the mood and he'll take us where we need to go, whether it's up high, happy, or down low into some deeper emotions.
Love beyond belief. Those three words mean so much to me. The congregation and the staff have stood by me through some very difficult times. I was totally unprepared when I saw this van full of staff members from this church show up at my mother's funeral, and I was not ready for that. That support is invaluable.
Above all, the music is that heart, that sincere, lovely man that is Rick Fortner.
You cared for souls in so many ways, and it just transcends the music ministry. The pastoral care work that you do has been invaluable.
And we've sung in so many different languages from so many different countries, and things like teaching our choirs the Ukrainian national anthem, supporting the Black Lives Matter movement in song, working with B'nai Emunah Synagogue when they were doing fundraisers for Tulsa Public Schools music. We've sang at the Tulsa jail. It's not just music, but it's ministry, and that's a key component. To go into the jail and sing for inmates, when we sing Silent Night, there's not a dry eye in there. I mean, there's not a dry eye in the choir, and the women that are in there. It's in the covenant to speak the truth in love. That's what we do.